Okay, so I was looking at these. I thought these were pretty interesting questions. Looking at number 5, a lead ball weighs 326 grams. Find the radius of the ball to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. The only way you're going to find that radius, which from just the weight, is if you know what the density is. And I Googled it. So what's the density of lead? And I typed it down here. It says 11.4 grams per cubic centimeter. And one cubic centimeter, that's a measure of volume. Okay, so to find the volume that 326 grams of lead will take up based on its density, I say 326 grams divided by 11.4, essentially. I cancel those units, okay, and you're left with cubic centimeters. So let's do that. Is there a little calculator on here? So let's do that. 326. So you get 28.6. 28.6 cubic centimeters. Okay. Move this up. That's a measure of volume right there. Okay. So we're talking about the radius of a ball. And what's a ball? A ball is a sphere. What's the volume of a sphere? So now, okay, so let's look at the logic. They want to know the radius of a ball, which is a sphere, and we have the volume of that sphere. So we need the formula for the volume of a sphere. And you can memorize that or look it up on Google. So volume of a sphere, and I'm Googling it right now because why memorize? Okay, rather learn how to think. Ooh, move this around here. The screen's kind of filling up. That didn't look so good. So, okay, I'm gonna just type it. Volume of a sphere or a ball equals 4/3 pi 4/3 pi times radius cubed. And this is how I'm going to write my cube. Okay. They want to know the radius of the ball to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. This is cool. You know why? Because we don't have to do any unit conversions. So pay attention to the units. They want it in centimeters. We have cubic centimeters. So I would plug these values in. I'm going to do CC. That's the volume of the sphere. And then that's going to equal 4/3 pi times radius raised to the 3. Okay. And move this stuff. And so you're solving for radius at that point. Okay. And I trust you can do that. That's algebra. And so we can walk through it. We're going to have to divide 28.6. We're going to divide that by 4/3 pi. Okay. So that's going to look something like this. Divided by all this stuff on the right. Since that moves over to that side, doing that division, we move it over to the left side of the equal sign, and we have radius raised to the 3rd. So to find radius now, we simply have to. I'll show you what we have to do. Not really happy about Wyzant's platform here, but what are you gonna do? You have to excuse me. I'm an old cowboy. I'm an old math cowboy. All right. So here's what you're gonna do. I'm gonna leave you to find the answer. That's what I do with every student. So it's gonna be all this stuff. Boom. Here. Put it all in parentheses. Now we have to get rid of that cubed on the radius side, right? We got to get rid of that raised to the 3. So to do that, this is the following operation. I'll do it over here. So we have this, right? I'm going to show you what happens now. I wrap that up. I raise that to 1/3. That cancels. If you multiply 3 times a third, that cancels out. But what you do to one side, you must do to the other, folks. That's what that equal sign's about. I multiplied the right side on the equation by 1/3. That means in order to keep that equal, I have to perform that same operation on the left. And what do we get here? We get all this. What is 1/3, by the way? We'll talk about that. So for your first problem, and it's going to be the answer to all the other problems, you just need to do the math and work with the units. The radius is going to be the cube root of 28.6 divided by 4/3 times pi. That's going to be the radius of that lead ball. Hope this helped you. I'm available anytime for questions. And my rate's pretty affordable, but I hope it helped. Thanks.